People, welcome for some morning motorcycle hanging out in the garage motorcycle conversation. If you're scrolling by, drop in and drop a comment and say hi. Join in and share some morning motorcycle conversation with your coffee or evening cheers from wherever you are around the globe. Rusty and alive. 1943 45-inch WLC Flathead. Good morning for some morning motorcycle conversation. Drop in and drop us a comment where you're from and come and hang out for some motorcycle stories and conversation. Well, good morning, Eric. How you doing this morning, my friend? I'm just hanging out here. Just started the live 2 minutes ago. Come out for some morning coffee and see who all's kicking around for some up for some morning motorcycle Java. How are you doing today, Eric? What's on the agenda? Some motorcycle miles? Just up. Yeah. Cheers, my friend. Well, I've been up for a while, but on my had a cup of coffee and then made my mug full to come and hang out and tell some motorcycle tales. I must have slept crooked. Oh, that's good. Nice fresh morning coffee. Yum yum. I must have I must have slept crooked on my injured shoulder. She's super tender here this morning. Ooh, boy, oh boy, I'm not. What a journey this has been, Eric. Getting over this shoulder. Oh man, frustrating, my friend. Frustrating, especially with having carried on with the just about 2 years of physical therapy and the pain and the punishment of that, only to find out from surgery I get whatever 7 or 9 months in a sling. I don't know what I must have slept with it in the wrong position. Boy, whew, tender here this morning. I can hardly lift my coffee mug. The frustration of stupidity, huh? Eric, gonna try again to get the wife on the bike with me. All right. That's awesome, my friend. Get up and get her up and roast her out and make her bacon and egg and go for some motorcycle miles. That's awesome, my friend. How about anybody else? Who else we got dropping into the live here to share some motorcycle conversation. Or yeah, that's rough. Following instructions in PT and having the dang thing detach. Oh yeah. Is it ever? Is it ever? The the frustration of the whole works of it is no fun at all. Between the aggravation and the pain and not to mention dealing with the insurance nonsense. Oh my God. That's just as painful as the rest of it. But how about who else we got here dropping in for some morning coffee scrolling motorcycle conversation? Drop us a comment where you're from. We're just hanging out in the garage talking motorcycles. And well, if you're new in here, being I'm on the injured list, I got a great big map here that drop me a comment where you're from so I can stick a pin in the map of anybody that joins in the live from whatever part of the world you're from. Gives me something fun to keep a smile on my face being I'm injured and can't ride my old motorcycle. How about you guys? What kind of motorcycle do you ride? Share in the comments your motorcycle stories. Long distance, Tom, Dewey, Arizona. Good morning, my friend. Eric, he says, I see 10 in the chat. Say hello. uh, lots of people are shy, I think. Eric, me too. Morning, long distance. Good morning, Tom. How you doing this morning, my friend? We're just hanging out for some live beside the 45. I don't know. I must have slept crooked because my injured shoulder, holy moly, and I lift my coffee mug this morning. I must have slept on it crooked, or I don't know what happened, but she's pretty tender here this morning. So who do we got here? Barbara Sheikh. Hi, brother. I'm from Pakistan. All right. Awesome, my friend. Welcome in for hanging out well, it's morning time I'm in Arizona. All right. I gotta I'm gonna stick a pin in the map for you. What kind of motorcycle you ride, my friend? And there's do you ride a Royal Enfield? And I'm gonna stick a pin in the map for you. You're the first one joining in the live. Where in Pakistan are you from? It's not a real well detailed map here, so you tell me where. Have a look at the map there, and you tell me where you're from in Pakistan, and we'll stick you in the middle for now. And yeah, drop me a comment here. That's what I'm doing. Of being I'm on the injured list here, I'm sticking pins in the map for everybody all over the world that drops in for some live motorcycle conversation. So welcome in. Welcome in, my friend. And he says Sindh province. Well, my map doesn't identify all of that, so those are the choices that you can tell me where you're from. It doesn't give me the provinces on the map that I have. Or is that it up here? Yeah, it's not a real well detailed map, but we got you in Pakistan there. And what kind of motorcycle do you ride over there? That's cool. There's a pretty huge motorcycle community over there too, isn't there? Where did we get to here? We're looking for an old motorcycle for our RT66 display at the museum. Oh yeah, fun stuff. Fun stuff there, long distance. Anything in particular you're looking for? Barber. Larcana, written Sond. Sond. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce. Is that name on my map here? Uh, no, we don't have that name on the map either, my friend. Like I said, it's not very well detailed map, but whatever. We got you in Pakistan, my friend. Those are the choices you got. What are listed on my map here. So somewhere within the somewhere within the in the country. But I like it, he says. This is my 1943 Barbar. I start bikes in 18 years. I love long drive on bike. Oh yeah, me too. Me too, my friend. I'm a motorcycle man. Lots of cross country motorcycle miles of traveling. I don't know if you've been on my channel and seen or not, but I've done uh, I've done lots of cross country road trip traveling. Well, a 1926 Indian would be perfect. A 43 WLC would work just fine. uh, well, I suppose I could loan it to you for 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 a little while, being as I'm out of commission. After I get this surgery done, I'm not going to be able to ride it for a while. So we could probably arrange that I could loan it to you for a while, but I may have to, once I get this shoulder back in function, I may have to come and claim it back again. But uh, I love it. I love it, you guys. Barbar. No, I'm 50 years old. Right on. Good for you, my friend. And what kind of motorcycle do you ride? Eric, it's amazing how large the motorcycle community is in certain parts of the world, with interesting, mostly smaller displacement bikes not available in the US. Oh, yeah, it's the motorcycle community is huge, huge, and global, widespread. It's amazing. Barbara, Arizona, it's beautiful country. Yes, sir, my friend, it certainly is. And it's getting to the time of the year where the hot weather is coming soon. Hot, hot. I want to be with you there, he says. Yeah. What's your weather like there in Pakistan right now? Is it really hot? Long distance, Charlotte Hall Museum. That's the museum where you're looking for the bike there, Tom, to be at? Barbara, he says, to drive with you. Yeah, absolutely. I like Harley Davidson, Honda, Suzuki. Hey, Barbara, you're like the rest of us. We love motorcycles. Now is 49 to 50 temperature. Holy moly, that's Celsius temperature? Wow, that's hot. That's too hot to ride them old air-cooled engines. Holy smokes. That's crazy. Crazy hot. Because that's all Celsius temperature too. Long distance, he says, yes. So where is the museum? Right up there in Dewey? Barbara, you guys seeing this in the comments? Or motorcycle man from Pakistan says it's 49 to 50 degrees there. Holy smokes. That's too hot for the old air-cooled Flathead. Way too hot. But yeah, what kind of motorcycle do you ride over there, Bar? This is my old Flathead. My 1943 45-inch Flathead. Eric. Oh, hang on. We're getting lost here. Crazy, you are right. Bar says, uh, Tom, downtown Prescott. Right on. You got a new museum opened up there, Tom? Eric, that's 122F. Poof, that's hot. Yeah, flaming hot, no kidding. That'd definitely sunburned my nose. I've from all the whatever, if you guys have watched many of my videos, most of the time I got my nose and my cheeks are white, covered in sunscreen. I've burnt my nose so bad so many times in the wind and the sun. I can't take it anymore. Did my burn my nose? So any of my videos you watch, that's why my nose is usually caked white with sunscreen. Knowing a time I have a Honda bike. Right on. How many cc Hondas is your Honda there, Bar? Museum's been open since 1924. Wow. That's been a long time running. What kind of museum is it? Is it lots of there's lots of mining history up there, that little town of Jerome. That's a pretty cool little town up there, Jerome. Barbar Honda 125cc. All right. Awesome. An Arizona History Museum. Cool. And over there in Pakistan, Do you make some road trip miles over there? Wow, that is hot temperature. Oof, 122 Fahrenheit. You guys hear that? Our motorcycle man from Pakistan there is saying, holy, 49 to 50 degrees Celsius. That's some smoking hot temperatures. Holy smokes. Arizona history. Barbara, oh, all right. Yes, I goes for a road trip. Awesome, my friend. There's a whole bunch of us that hang out here for some live motorcycle conversation, hanging out in the garage. We're highway motorcycle man too. I drive, but it's so hot. Smoke. Oh yeah, no kidding. I've never rode in that hot a climate before. Long distance. Tom says Jerome rocks. I'm just over the hill from Jerome. The road has 143 curves and 11 miles. Yeah, that's an awesome mountain motorcycle road. What is it, Meg? What's the name of it, Tom? Meg? Starts with an M. Anybody that's never in Arizona, a little town, just the little town of Jerome. If you head kind of, I guess it heads sort of south direction out of Jerome, goes over the mountain pass there. It's a awesome, windy, twisty little two-laner over the mountains. 89A. Yeah. What's the name of that mountain pass, Tom? That's a pretty awesome road. I've been over it before. Never been on my motorcycle over it, but in the Jeep. And as I was driving it, it's like, oh wow, this is a fun, windy, twisty two-laner. Barbar, he says, but I want to drive with you in Arizona. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Mingus Mountain. Anybody that's never been out there for some motorcycle miles, you like the windy twisties. That's an awesome mountain road, Mingus Pass. Heads what? Heads south, heads to Prescott, right, Tom? Barbara, in summer, what's the weather in Arizona? Uh, it can get 115, 118. There was a few days last summer it got to 118, I think 117 or 118. So whatever that is, probably 45, 46 Celsius, somewhere around there, I think. Yeah, it gets hot here too. Long distance. Tom, he says between Prescott and Jerome. Barbar, he says, I love it. Mountain, it's nature drives. Yes, sir, my friend. You got lots of mountains over there in Pakistan. Where are you from? How about same temperature? Yeah. Yeah, it gets hot. Gets hot here in Arizona, no doubt. What about who else? We got anybody else hanging in for some morning motorcycle conversation? sharing motorcycle stories from around the world. I love it. That's why I come and do these, hanging out here in the live beings I'm injured or anybody new that's on my channel or into the live here. I'm on the injured list, so waiting for surgery on my shoulder. I got rear-ended on my motorcycle last 2 years ago, or July would be 2 years ago. Long distance says gotta head into work, warm up the Evo. See ya, brothers. All right. Cheers, my friend. Have an awesome ride in and a great day, Tom. It's always great to see you drop in for the some morning live coffee scrolling motorcycle conversation. Cheers, my friend. Have an awesome day, Tom. Barbar, he's from the Sindh province. I need my iPad out here so we can Google Map. That's what I should do while I'm doing these lives, so when I can bring it up on the map. So cool how you can click a button on YouTube Live and be in contact with motorcycle like-minded people from all around the world. It's 6:30 a.m. in Arizona. What time is it where you live in Pakistan, Barbar? What time of the day is it there? You must be. Barbar says, yeah, you see Google Maps show you. Okay, let's go and we're going to go grab the iPad here. We're going to go grab the iPad and then we can. I never thought of that before. Bring get my iPad out here, and then while we're doing these lives, I can look up on the map and see where you live. Get the iPad out here. Look up on the map. Good old Google Maps. Have a look-see. Oh yeah. Maps. Oops. Now I gotta scroll back. Find 6:30 p.m. Oh, you're exactly 12 hours difference on the clock. It's 6:30 a.m. Arizona time. Okay. SINDH. Sindh, Pakistan. There we go. All right. We found you. Whoops. What did I touch? Uh-oh. Back to there. There we go. Sindh province. So you're down in kind of the south end of Pakistan. Cool. That's awesome. Okay, we'll move you down the map a little bit. I got you up in the north part. We'll stick you down here somewhere. How's that? Get you closer to closer to home? Fun stuff. Fun stuff, my friend. And is that all mountain region where you live? Southeastern region of the country. Sindh is the third largest province of Pakistan by land area. Cool. Well, that's awesome, my friend. Anybody, if you're just dropping into the live, we got a motorcycle man from the Sindh province in Pakistan this morning here. Motorcycle man dropped in for some, well, they're 12 hours apart on the clock. Oh, he's heading higher bad. Right here. Higher bad. That's where you're from? Right on. Well, we got you close. We got you close pinned on the map there, my friend. So yeah, it's mountains there, he says. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're in a big city too. It's saying on the map 1.7 million population. So a big city too. And Barbar, he says, I'm very close to your heart. Oh, thank you kindly, my friend. We're just awesome motorcycle people from around the world. So that's uh that's why I do these lives, being I'm injured and with a hurt shoulder. Come out and share some motorcycle stories and conversation with people from all over the world. Fab, Fabrizi Fabrizio Romeo 9432 said hi. Good morning, my friend. Fabrizio, where are you from, my friend? Drop us I went and got the iPad so that we can start Google mapping people, and we're just hanging out for some morning coffee by the old 45 and sharing some motorcycle stories, and drop me in the comments where you're from so I can stick a pin in the map for you of what country you're from around the world. Barbar says, send me an invitation. I will be there. Right on. That's awesome, my friend. Motorcycle miles, but unfortunately, I'm not doing no motorcycle miles this year as I'm booked in for surgery to get my shoulder fixed here in 2 weeks' time. I got rear-ended on my motorcycle and dislocated my left shoulder. So my left shoulder here, I got this muscle here, I got it all tore apart and detached off the bone. So I'm going in for surgery to get this muscle all reattached. So unfortunately, I'm not riding this year. And my surgeon tells me, he said, after when you wake up from surgery, um, I'm going to be in an arm sling for 7 to 9 months. So I'm not looking forward to that, but I'm looking forward to getting it fixed. The 7 or 9 months in an arm sling, I'm sure not looking forward to though. But so that's why I'm hanging out in the garage doing YouTube live stream. All right, Fabrizio from Turin, Italy. All right. Anybody that's welcome in, my friend. Welcome in for some hanging out in the garage morning coffee, scrolling motorcycle conversation. Um, Turin. Turin is somewhere up here in northern Italy. Anybody that's listening in, my my sweetheart, all of her ancestry, my sweetheart's Italian descent, and all of her ancestors are from that Turin, Piedmont area. That's pretty cool, my friend. What Barbara says, I pray for you. Thank you, my friend. Get well soon. He says, yes, I got a long road of recovery ahead of me yet. We're Fabrizio, what kind of motorcycle do you ride, my friend? Uh, let's punch this in. Whoops. Turin in Italy. There we go. Beautiful. Milan. Turin. Anybody listening in here to the live, I went and got my iPad here so that we can share and punch in on Google Maps of where everybody's from. You're more over here somewhere, right? A little closer to home there. Yeah, Barbar, thank you kindly, my friend. Get well soon, he says. Random rants. He says, Fabrizio, if you don't ride a Ducati or a Vespa, I'm gonna lose it. Good morning, Random Rants. He's from Turin, Italy. Awesome. They're Random Rants. I went and got the iPad out so that we can look on the Google Maps and we can share where motorcycle minded people are from on the map. That's where Fabrizio is. And well, we got our friend from Barbar. He's from over in southeastern Pakistan here this morning. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Motorcycle like-minded people all over the place. Let's uh let's look up on the map where Random, yeah, welcome, random. I will accept a Lamborghini also. Right on. Let's look up on the. This is where our friend Random Rants. He's from up in the north coast of Australia. Let's look that up. I just thought of that this morning here, a friend from Pakistan. Whoops. I spelled it wrong there, Random Rants. Carnes. What? Canes. I can't spell. How did you spell it on the map? Oh boy, we're having troubles here this morning. There we go. We found you. Random Rants. There's where our buddy Random Rants lives down in Australia, down under, as they call it up here in North America. Our buddy from down under in Australia. How about Fabrizio? Drop us a comment. What kind of motorcycle do you ride over there in beautiful Italy? Barbar says, I like to drive bike. Long drive. All right. Back up and cross country. Road trips. Yeah, Random Rants. Our Barbar friend from Pakistan, he rides a 125 Honda. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Did you see that? I found you on the map there, Random Rants. Down in Australia. So how far, Random Rants, how far of a ride is it right up to the north coast for you? How many kilometer ride is that for you from where you live? Cape York Peninsula. Cool. Anybody else just dropping into the live here? Welcome for some morning motorcycle, like-minded coffee scrollers, wherever you're from. uh, it's I whatever most of the time I do these lives at whatever 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning Arizona time, and so we're all the way around the globe with motorcycle people. Barbar, he's 6:30, well, quarter to 7 p.m. in Arizona, and Random Rants, he's burning the candle at both ends there at what, 3 o'clock in the morning. So cool. Motorcycle like-minded people around the world. I love it. Yeah, Barbar, I never leave home. I never leave home without my tent. That's my tent up there. And then I always pack my sleeping bag and my clothes bag on. That's what these straps are for. And cross country motorcycle road trips. How about you guys? Pack your camping gear and go for cross country motorcycle road trips and traveling all over the place. I've if you guys haven't been on here, I haven't shown you. That's where I'm from. I'm from Saskatchewan. Grew up here in this area, but I've motorcycle traveled. If you look on the map, Homer, Alaska is down here. I've motorcycled from there all across Canada, right to out here just south of St. John's, Newfoundland. So I've motorcycled back and forth across Canada several times. And then I've rode all 48 states. I've been down here in Key West, Florida, to San Diego. So I've got lots of North American motorcycle miles of traveling, camping, having fun. Barbara, know I daily come that time to watch you. Oh, well, if you've been hanging around us, absolutely drop in and share your motorcycle stories. That's why I do this. Just everybody sharing their motorcycle passion and whatever kind of motorcycle you ride, it doesn't matter. You're welcome in here. We're motorcycle people. Random Rants says, funny story time. Gather around, kidlets. We're listening. We're tuned in there, Random Rants. What do we got? My son was having issues and he had to walk to school. I was on the VFR 750F and had to follow him to be sure he went. 3 different people stopped me to check. Make sure he's not skipping school or Random Rants. Patrick Rowe, good morning, my friend. How you doing today, Patrick? We're just hanging around for some morning coffee. Well, morning in Arizona coffee, and I guess you're getting closer to lunchtime there where you are, Patrick. We're in conversation this morning. We got Random Rants from Australia and Barbar from Pakistan. And Fabrizio, I don't know if he's still here. Fabrizio, are you still here, my friend? From Turin, Italy. Nice. Our motorcycle around the globe community is awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Barbar, it's so good. All right. Well, that's good. I'm happy to hear you enjoy it, my friend. That's all happy, positive motorcycle people. That's the way I see us all to be anyway. So doesn't matter what kind of motorcycle you ride. It's a matter of 2 wheels and freedom in the wind, and go get some wind in your whiskers. I'm missing that for sure. Random Rants. Tacheka wasn't gonna snatch a kid. I thought that was good. They did that. But how the flop would you kidnap someone on a motorbike? I'm 6'4" on a motorbike. And they were all old women. Oh boy. They're giving you a hard time there, Random Rants. Barbar, he says, now, master. Yeah. Yeah. Just a motorcycle loving crazy man. That's all, Barbar. I love it. Random rants. If you need proof how brave Aussies are, enough said. Try stance 3675. Welcome in, my friend. How you doing this morning? We're just hanging out for some motorcycle conversation and coffee morning motorcycle chat. And Try stance. He says, I'm based in Atlanta. Can you deliver? Absolutely. We deliver motorcycle smiles every day. How about yourself? Are you a motorcycle man too? Try stance. Drop in the comments. That's what we're that's what we do here. Hanging out, motorcycle like-minded people from around the world. Dropping in for some morning coffee or afternoon cold cheers or whatever part of the globe you're from. So Barbar says your bike journey is so awesome. Oh, thank you, Barbar. I love it, my friend. I'm not about I'm not about big horsepower or high speed or anything. To me, it's two wheels and freedom in the wind. And then I've got this one here, and if you've been on my channel and seen my 1953 panhead chopper built from a basket case of parts, and I like doing some one of a kind stuff. That's where I come up with the idea of the straight up handlebars. So thanks, Barbar. That's awesome, my friend. Tristance says, yeah, I like motorcycles. I'm looking for a crank. All right. What are you building there, Tristance? And being I'm on the injured list here, that's why I started doing these live streams, hanging out in the garage for some morning coffee, and I got a big world map here. Anybody that drops in for some live motorcycle scrolling time, I'm sticking a pin in the map for you. So there you go. We'll stick a pin in the map right in Atlanta for you. For you, Tristance. We'll get you a pin to the map there. Uh, I'm looking for a crank, something to get me through the week. All right. That's awesome, my friend. Yeah, yeah. Motorcycle people. This morning, our buddy from Pakistan and Fabrizio from Turin, Italy. Random Rants, Australia. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Motorcycle like minded people from around the globe. So, yeah, anybody else, if you're hanging in for the live here this morning, drop us a comment where you're from, and so I can put a pin in the map for you and see how many countries in the world we can get pinned to the map of like minded motorcycle people. So awesome. And have your morning coffee or your evening cheers with a cold one and share your motorcycle stories with us. I love it, my friends. That's why I do it, because if you guys haven't been on my channel, I got rear-ended July 18th of 2024 and dislocated my shoulder, and I'm booked in for surgery here upcoming in a couple weeks, get my shoulder sewed back together. I'm looking forward to getting the surgery done so that I can get back to riding my motorcycle. But my surgeon tells me I got 7 to 9 months in a sling, so not really looking forward to that one. Eric says long ago at a steep hill climb was being teased about my girl's bike, Honda Trail 90, by others on big two-strokes. No one could make it to the top. I went straight up in low range like it was nothing. All right. that's that's the way to do it, Eric. Just like me and my old 45 puts a smile on your face every day, just like your little 90. Outrun them all. Go Fast Racing. Cheers. Good morning to you. Good morning, Go Fast Racing. How are you doing today, my friend? What's on the agenda today? Go Fast Racing. The Trail 90 is top notch in my top 10 of all motorcycles made without trying to put together a list of rare and special machines. All right. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome motorcycle stuff, right? It's not all about it's all not all about big horsepower and high speed and shiny paint and polished chrome. uh, Go Fast, you just dropped in here with we got our friend here in here this morning, Barbar from Pakistan. He's a motorcycle man too. Rides a 125cc Honda. Says Barbar says I travel with my bike long journey all over too in Pakistan. That's awesome, my friend. Awesome, awesome. And it, yeah, so cool. Lives in down in southeastern Pakistan. Joining in for some morning coffee in Arizona. 12 hours apart on the clock. 6:30 p.m. Well, 7 now. 7 p.m. in Pakistan. Fun stuff. What's Go Fast Racing? What are you working on today? What you fixing? I don't know. I must have slept crooked on my shoulder. She's super tender here this morning. I don't know. Must have had a bad sleep or slept in the wrong position or whatever, but she's pretty tender this morning. Oh, this has been a long, slow journey getting over this dislocated shoulder. No fun. Barbara says morning coffee is good. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. So is an afternoon, evening refreshment is good too. Our friend from Italy, he must have skipped out on us here. How about Tri-Stain? Are you still listening in here, my friend? If you are, share your motorcycle stories, you guys. Yes, go fast. The CT90 with low range had amazing climbing ability. Had to lean against a tree to start it and stop. Barbara says, take care of your health. Thank you kindly, my friend. Yes, get this shoulder surgery done and over with, and the healing progression will take place gradually, I guess. And like I said, I'm not looking forward to the 7 or 9 months in an arm sling, but I got to do what I got to do. Did you, Barbara, have you seen the adjustable sissy bar that I built for on my old motorcycle? There's some old levers off an old piece of farm machinery that squeeze the handle, and then I can adjust the position of my backrest. I can move it back and forth to change my backrest position. Works pretty awesome. Works pretty awesome that I can adjust my backrest throughout the day while I'm riding. What happened to, where did Random Rants go? Random Rants, did you fall asleep on the keyboard there, buddy, or where did you go? Barber says, yeah, that's why you will take a rest. Yes, sir, my friend. It's going to be 7 or 9 months of basically doing nothing in an arm sling. Random Rant says, no matter how good you think you are at hill climbs, there is an Indonesian guy on Zhongshan, a 125 road bike with bald tires, carrying his wife, 4 kids, 3 dogs, 17 chickens, asking you to hold his beer. uh, is that the guy that he rides up the muddy trail? They're Random Rants. I seen a guy in a video that was riding in the mud, pouring rain, riding in the mud, and riding up a mountain road in the. Barbara says, I don't see first time I watch. Right on. Well, yeah, you're welcome in to welcome in anytime to share your motorcycle stories. Eric says, yes, sir. Go fast. I've jumped a 1967 Trail 90 on original tires. Further than someone have taken a modern dirt bike on a track. Taillight lens broke once from running out of the 2-inch suspension. Wow. So, sounds like some awesome adventure there. Go fast. Good stuff. Random Rants and a full-size refrigerator. One guy over there. It's every guy over there, and 3/4 of the women. Yeah. Yeah. Motorcycles are pretty amazing what they there's have you guys seen that video where they're hauling small round bales on the back of their motorcycles? And like the one guy, he went out of the field to go up on the road, and the load of bales he was packing was a little bit too big, and it flipped him over backwards. Did you see that video? Go Fast says, ah, ha ha. They have a bit of chrome on them too, considering the era for a trail bike. They're spiffy and will run after the next generation passes them on. Bulletproof and tough. Yeah, some of them little motors are incredible. How long they'll run for. Pretty amazing. Patrick Rowe says, I seen all kind of videos where everyone, all kind of stuff with their motorcycles. Yeah. They, their main mode of transportation, right? Random Rants. He says, it is black magic, I tells you. I seen one where the guy, like his whole family, like a pyramid shape type thing. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty amazing how how they all get on there and all manage to hang on and away they go. Pretty wild. I'm pretty sure if you did that anywhere in anywhere in North America, you'd certainly get some eyes and attention looking at you. Eric says, yes, go fast, but broken spokes and those dang rubber boots in the rear drum. That sounds like experience, Eric, that you're talking about there, my friend. Patrick says about 8 people on the motorcycle driving around in some weird rectangular shape. Yeah, that's for sure. One or two, Go Fast Racing says 1 or 2 tanks of gas will run all day over the course of a summer. Oh yeah. That I never rode one of them kind of bikes, but well, when I was a kid, I had one of them big red Honda 3-wheelers. Just a little single, what was it? 200, I think, 200 cc. And yeah, that thing, it seemed like it run forever on a tank of gas. I don't know what they get for mileage, 200 miles a gallon or what, but it seemed like it run forever on a tank of gas. And awesome bulletproof little motor. Unbelievable. Go Fast says in Australia, they have used the Trail 90 for mail service for many, many years. Wow, that's awesome. Looks like my wife, I shorted out and doubled up in comments there. I wasn't typing it twice, that's for sure. Oh, no worries, my friend. No worries. Wait, the the amazing, beautiful stuff of computer technology. That's one thing that we love about the old bikes and points and all that good stuff. It's pretty simple, fun stuff compared to all that computer stuff. Mind you, I'm not much of a computer guy, so I struggle with it every day. Patrick says black gas coffee bottle, cold water, and a smoke for breakfast. Not just eyes and attention, a ticket. Yeah, no doubt. Probably locked up for reckless driving. Yeah, yeah. If you had mom and dad and 9 kids on the motorcycle, they uh, they definitely would uh, stop you and throw you in the clinker for a day or two and give you the what the heck look. I'm talking about the things they do on bikes in America strictly. Oh yeah, for sure. Ed Sexton, 3356. Welcome in, my friend, for hanging out in the garage for some motorcycle conversation. He says a Honda Monkey, 130 miles a gallon. Oh, wow. That's awesome. A Honda Monkey. How big a motor is in that, Ed? And yeah, Ed, welcome in for some hanging out in the garage for some morning motorcycle like-minded people. Drop us in the comments where you're from so I can stick a pin in the map for you. Ed, I'm on the injured list and waiting for shoulder surgery. So I got a big world map here of whoever drops in for some live. I'll stick a pin in the map for you where you're from. And your Honda Monkey, how big a motor is in that? Go Fast Racing, the rubber chunks in the rear hub are the old Cush drive system. They are meant to dissipate some of the shock between the engine and the rear wheel differences in speed or torque influence. Wow. The, the engineering and thoughts of the progression of motorcycles are interesting, fun stuff. Random Rant says the Australian Postal Service actually used the Honda CT 110 from 1980. They use a Chinese clone now. Cool. Barbara says, I don't like drive too fast in long drive, too smoothly. Just like romance when you're driving, watching the nature, mountains, and it's so nice for you. Absolutely, my friend. That's what I love about my old bike here. It's good for, it runs beautiful 55 miles an hour. So whatever, 90, 95 kilometers an hour purrs along just beautifully. Go Fast Racing have a 1978 Honda Express with a wind up kickstart ratchet style. Pull the rear brake handle for the wound up start to engage 5 miles on less than 3 ounces of fuel. That makes many miles to the gallon. Oh, yeah, no kidding. That's some awesome. Random Rants, the old postie bike will outlast humanity. Yeah, awesome. Awesome running motorcycles. This Ed Sexton, the 125cc. All right. Oh, cool. There you are. Columbus, Ohio. Cool. I think a pin in the map for you here, Ed. We're like I said, I'm on the injured list and can't ride my motorcycle currently, so that's why I got a big world map here and pinning anybody that drops in for some motorcycle conversation in Columbus, Ohio. Sticking a pin in the map for whoever's dropping in for some hanging out for the motorcycle morning coffee scrolling conversation, whatever we want to call it. Yeah, it's pretty fun to see the motorcycle people from all over the globe. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. We're even got one chap from South Africa, Brazil. Pretty amazing how Canada, Western Canada, nobody drops in to say hi. I don't know. They must be shy, I guess. Uh, oh, I read that one. Go fast. Random Rant says, I love how Barbar talks. It's like a poem every time. Yeah, awesome. Uh, Eric, our buddy, says, go fast, express, two stroke. Absolutely, Barbar. He says, thank you, my brother Random. Awesome, you guys. That's uh that's why I do these lives and hanging out, just motorcycle like minded people sharing motorcycle stories and our passion to tell motorcycle stories and ride motorcycles, right? That's what I love about it. Patrick Rowe, I bought a 175, I think it was, Yamaha scooter a couple years ago, paid cash for it, but it had a recall on the brake caliper. They wouldn't let me take it off the lot. About a month later, give me my money. Oh, wow. Random Rant says, my pleasure, my brother. Uh, give me my money back. Couldn't get the part in. Wow. That's that sucks, Patrick. That you buy a motorcycle, buy a brand new motorcycle, and they can't get the parts to get it out of the showroom. Random Rants. Patrick says, sounds like you had a win to me. So many people get stuck with a lemon. Yeah. I had one of them go arounds, the lemon thing with a pickup truck that I bought one time. Oh my God, that thing was a horrible lemon. And that's the exact situation I ended up in. They'd take it in the shop and they'd do the warranty fixes, but they wouldn't do nothing about it. It was just, oh, horrible, horrible experience. Patrick says that's correct. And they didn't figure it out till they did all the paperwork up on the computer. The salesman told me can't sell something with a recalled part on it. Well, that's good that they owned up to it, especially after you paid for it. Is that, yeah, what Random Rant says there, that's exactly what happened with it. I bought a new pickup one time and just turned into a disaster. And the dealership, sure, they would take it in and do the warranty repairs, but it was in the shop constantly. I'm glad I didn't buy the scooter after all, just because I don't know what I was thinking at the time. Yeah. uh, some of them little bikes are fun. I bought one of them little Coleman mini bikes, and it whatever. I don't know how fast it goes, if it does 15 or whatever, 15, 18 miles an hour, but it's just fun to have a little fat tire mini bike to go putting around the yard on it. Practice some U-turns. Patrick, my first payment come out on my Toyota Tacoma today. All this lemon pickup stuff, truck stuff is giving me the creeps. Oh, we don't want to we don't want to talk about that. I think they're supposed to be pretty reliable though. I've never had one, but my brother-in-law's got one and he loves it. So you'll have good luck with it there, Patrick. And Random Rant says motorized esky mechanical peak evaluation right there. All right. Did you get all your parts you ordered for your motorcycles there, Random Rants? Get them all. How about that gas tank? Did you find a fabricator to weld a patch on for you there, buddy? Random Rant says evolution. Patrick says it seems to be okay, but you never know. Could have got a lemon out of the bunch. Nah, don't put the good juju, good juju there, Patrick. Be an awesome little pickup truck for you. Eric says, I know someone that recently got a settlement from BMW for his R18 catching fire after recall. Cut fire station with just key on. Wow. It self-combusted, Eric. Patrick, that's the spirit. Absolutely, my friend. Put the good juju out there. Mark Thomas says, what's up, Cactus? Oh, we're just hanging out, motorcycle stories and conversation, coffee, scrolling, motorcycle, whatever you can imagine. Mark, how about you? What's up? I woke up with a sore shoulder this morning. It this must have slept crooked or her arm in a bad position or whatever. But she's uh, she's pretty tender this morning. I'm not uh, I'm not looking forward to waking up after surgery, and I'm sure she's going to be some pretty tender days upcoming here. It's bad enough now, but after the surgery here, I'm thinking I'm going to have some pretty tender days. Mark says, I'm working, kinda. LOL. Yeah. That's awesome if you got a job that you can, Mark, if you got a job that you can kind of work and hang out and share some motorcycle coffee scrolling, whatever we want to call it. That's awesome, my friend. Random rants. You got everything I need for the bikes. That fabricator I know is a lazy bum. I can't get him to do anything nowadays. Uh, well, as long as you got a smile on your face, that's all that matters. Random rants. So, as long as that lazy bum is happy, it's all good. Mark Thomas, I am a machinist waiting on a part to finish. Oh, cool, my friend. That's uh that's something that it still does to this day. It intrigues me being a machinist and whatnot. Just all that metal cutting and the precision of it is to me is it's fascinating. They well, everything, all of that kind of stuff, the precision work is to me is just fascinating. The machinist world, and like our buddy Go Fast Racing here, being a mechanic. Unfortunately, I don't have that ability and skills and talent and to do that kind of stuff, but it's definitely, I admire you guys that do it. So, like I said, I've always been interested in it, but I don't have those talents, unfortunately. I mean, I can set the points on my old 45 here, my old shovelhead panhead, whatever. I can accomplish that, but and then whatever various bolts, I can keep them tight. But my mechanic skills are, I mean, I understand it and whatnot, but to be the actual hands-on guy doing it, I unfortunately don't have those talents. Random Rant says, you slept wrong. Are you a beginner sleeper as well as a rider? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm a beginner rider, and I listen to everybody, try and learn all the skills that I can acquire wherever I can get them. Random Rants. So that's why I that's why I got the big map behind me, so that any skills that I learn from y'all, I'm putting a pin in the map. So I learned this from Random Rants. He lives in Australia. I'm not I'm not shy about handing out a pat on the back and a thank you to anybody, everybody. Go Fast Racing. Yes, the Honda Express is a two-stroke 49cc street legal. Right on. Mark Thomas, 20 years of it. He says tedious. Oh, yes, absolutely. So do you run all that CNC equipment too, like the big CNC mills and lathes and stuff, Mark? To me, that stuff is just absolutely fascinating, how they've come to a point of all that CNC machining, how it can change the cutting tools that's required, and the order that they function in and the speed that they function at is just fascinating. Random Rants, we can ride up to 50cc with a car license. Awesome. Eric, thumbs up. Go Fast Racing. Here's something interesting about metal and machining. Subtractive arts. If you have a block of metal, let's say a cube, as a perfect and precise as it can be for a starting point. Random Rants. He says, I miss ETC. If I don't know, he hasn't, Random Rants, he hasn't come back in here, unless if he's in here watching and listening. Anybody that, if you were in here the other day or not, this our buddy ETC, he got a little sideways, and I know Eric was in here for sure, and he got a little rude and obnoxious, and whatever. I didn't read a bunch of his comments, but after I ended the live, I went in on my YouTube, and I set up a bunch of parental controls. And so, yeah, Random Rants, I'm assuming that if he is in here and writing comments, he's getting trapped in the parental controls. And, well, they'll kind of leave it at that. But so, yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't seen him since, anyways. Patrick, that guy that was selling the motorcycle down the road. Oh, yeah. Awesome, Patrick. And back to Go Fast. If you then remove some material from any location on that chunk of metal, the rest of the cube will deflect, kind of like the natural grain and warp in a board of wood. And it so without temperature change, just by cutting a piece of the metal out. So in other words, what you're telling me, or the way I understand that go fast, that means it's residual stress built up within the grain structure of the said piece of metal. That if you cut a certain groove out of it, it'll change. And it's, yeah, that makes sense to me. So that, to me, that's residual stress built up within the material. Patrick Rowe says, I looked, he got other stuff for sale. A 1946 knucklehead. Oh man, nice. 49.9. Yeah. That's a little bit out of my pocket change range. As much as I'd love to have an old knucklehead. 49, yeah, 9, yeah, that's what they sell for. And a 1948 panhead, 39,000. Then different old motors for some pretty hefty prices as well. Oof. Yeah, big bucks. I saw that. I was talking to I got a friend of mine that he does restoration on old Indians and old Harleys. And I was talking to him last Christmas, and he had rebuilt two old knuckleheads. I can't remember the years of them, whatever, don't matter. But it, basically front to back, top to bottom, full restoration. And he was asking 165,000 a piece for them. I haven't talked to him. I don't know if he sold them yet or not, but there was a fellow over from Japan looking at them. So I wouldn't be surprised if he made a deal and sold them. Mark Thomas, yes, I run a lathe, 5,000 tolerance order. So it's pretty fine-tuned tolerance there, Mark. Pretty amazing machinery. So go fast. So as you cut different parts of your chunk of metal perfectly flat and move on to the next process, the last flat location is no longer flat. Wow. Yeah, Patrick says you want to play, you got to pay. Absolutely. Go Fast Racing says Mark Thomas, familiar name of someone that ran a company of PPS Racing for many years. Wow. Random Rant says, I'm watching you, Kawasuki. Always watching. I can't believe I haven't been parental controlled yet. I promise to try harder. Well, I'm I'm reading your comment. I'm reading all of your comments, Random Rant. So if I'm reading your comments, it doesn't mean you're in the in in the parental control penalty box. uh, I know you know what I mean. Go Fast Racing. Yes, exactly. Metal has crystal grain structure and it has energy and stresses unique to each chunk. And how you remove material can alter how it occurs or what rate. Yeah. And so that all gets down to in the material of the everything, the way it was forged, to the mainly the cooling, right? Go fast of how the cooling of it as the metal was being formed and made, and then what and also a huge difference between a hot rolled and cold rolled form piece completely changes that residual stress is what I've always called it. Random rants is go fast racing that can be avoided by heat stress relieving the metal first. It normalizes the steel. Random Rants, the latest Big Daddy 1390 KTM adventure is 35,000 here. That's for a brand new one out of the showroom. Random Rants, 35,000. Um, what in your metal fabrication background there, Random Rants? What kind of metal fabrication shop experience background do you have? Is it like a structural fabrication shop, or Patrick Rowe? He had just a WLA 45 motor, but it was sold for, I believe it said 3,900. Yeah, that's when I bought this one as a basket case. I, I give the guy 5,000 bucks. Frame, motor, transmission, pretty well most of the parts. There was a front end come with it, but I wanted to give it a chopper look, so I went with that 6 over stock length Springer. But then I went through. I had the motor and transmission completely rebuilt. So Eric, I've had post, not show. Not sure what word I typed. Just about my army ruck and sissy bar bag, and one post about a deer. Yeah, whatever. I just, in that parental controls, you guys, I just went through and picked a bunch of words that, well, our buddy ETC was getting rather quite rude the other day. I know you guys were both in here, and so the main whatever, it doesn't bother me, but because there's a bunch of young fellas that occasionally drop in here, I want it to be a positive, happy motorcycle experience for them, and not spread a bunch of garbage, typical social media garbage. So that's why I did it, you guys. You you were in here listening, reading his rant, and so I just, whatever. I went through and picked that a bunch of those words mainly because of the young fellas that drop in here. And when I say young fellas, there's whatever. I'm not even going to say where they're from. The one young fella, he just finished his grade 7 high school, or yeah, grade 7 school year this year. So keeping it clean for them, you guys, and I know you understand and can appreciate why I'm doing that. So if I don't read your comment, if it isn't posted, change a word, and I'm not going to post the words that I put in there. It's just mainly that's the reason, because he was getting pretty rude with everybody in here, and relentlessly after I even asked him to kindly to stop. So Mark Thomas, everyone have an awesome day. Mark says the worst is running plastic. Wow. So, or I guess that's why when you guys are doing all that machine work like that, that's why you're pumping so much coolant. Because I imagine there's a fairly huge change on your material dimension with the metal cutting, whether you're milling or lathing, whichever, that it can alter your dimension of your cut hugely by temperature gain, right? Random rants. I got put in timeout twice today. Man, there's some snowflakes in this world now. Makes this Yowie sad. uh, Yowie, you random rants. I know you know. I know you know why you got put in the penalty box. uh, Go fast. Researchers say they have proven what was theory named Pin's demon. They hypothesize quasi particles, meaning interaction between various electrons within a material in ways previously unknown. Yeah, that getting going go fast. And Mark, if you're still here, the metallurgical world is over the top, unbelievable. It's when you start getting into it, then you start looking at a piece of metal under a microscope, and how heat affects a piece of metal is phenomenal. Random Rents says, I keep telling you, bro, I've done pretty much everything you can do with a bucket on your head, and quite a few things without the bucket. Yeah, yeah. Or bucket heads. That's funny. Uh, Bucket head. And are you still a full-time bucket head too? There, Random Rants. Go fast. Racing says collective behaviors in materials that haven't been mapped just yet. Yeah, it's pretty wild stuff, isn't it? Patrick Rowe, I believe the motor needed a lot of work. There was nothing else to it. That's why it sold for 3,900. Right on. Carson Beatley. Good morning, my friend. How are you? We're just same old hanging out, motorcycle stories and conversation. Carson, he says, I already got new AC compressor for the car and rotors, and now needs a tire. Right on, getting her fixed up and ready to roll. Carson. Random Rants, I wrote a comment about how Katie throws me to the ground, and that got deleted by AI. Uh-oh. That Katie ruffled you up. Is that the same time that you had the little episode with five ribs there, Random Rants, and scuffed Katie up? Patrick says he had a 1936 Knucklehead Motors. Says totally rebuilt, a title and extra parts. 35,000. Yep, that's that's about the going price for a rebuilt Knucklehead. They their rare factor are big bucks. Go Fast Racing, so interesting. Property of materials, metal especially, that might just help explain some of the previously unexplained results between moving or even static parts. Oh yeah, big time. The dynamic and static of a load, and that that's why I'm pretty sure Random Rants will come in here and step on me when I say this. Go fast about the in the welding world. That's why weld defects are so critical. And a simple little nick of undercut in a weld creates disastrous fracturing weld defaults because of what's called a notch effect. Am I right, Random Rants? Does that sound right? A notch effect? Do us Yowies explain that well enough of what a notch effect is? And it's not quite as critical in a static environment, but in a dynamic environment is extremely hazardous condition created by a notch. Patrick says, "Okay, I'm done ranting about the sale guy." No, hey, that's awesome, my friend. If I uh, if I had 35,000, Patrick, I would come and be all over that rebuilt knucklehead motor. Unfortunately, I uh, I don't have that kind of pocket change kicking around. uh, Edmund 650. Welcome in, my friend. We're just hanging out, motorcycle conversation, hanging out for some morning coffees, motorcycle coffee scrolling, whatever you want to call it. Says he's got a 91 FXR with low mileage, good for 7. Oh, you're selling the motorcycle, Edmund? We're drop a comment where you're from, and we'll stick a pin in the map for you here. I got a big world map behind me. Anybody who drops in for the live, we'll put a pin in the map for you, Edmund, if you're interested. Patrick, he says, when I first came on YouTube, I actually got kicked off YouTube. I had to start a new YouTube thing. I was cussing and swearing at all these shorts. Oh, the YouTube actually booted you off of the booted you out of the platform. Wow, that's I don't yeah I don't spend enough time on social media to know all of that stuff. That's why when I start doing these lives, I keep it clean. I want to keep it clean, especially the main thing is to me whatever, it doesn't bother me. I swear like a sailor too, but I try not to and try to keep it clean on here because of the young fellows that drop in and or grandma and grandpa that join in to listen in. Go fast. Yes, keeping the material cool makes a big difference. Even body heat from a foot away from a part can alter the final measurements after the part has been completed and ready for quality control. Wow. Yeah, there's significant changes in what material does with heat. It's pretty incredible. That's why the engineering in a motorcycle, well, not just a motorcycle, the engineering in any fine-tuned motorcycle racing engines, I imagine, are even tighter tolerances of how they can go from cold temperature to how they expand and grow together as they run and creating heat. Pretty amazing. Patrick, I thought it was a joke when they said you got to watch your language. It's not no joke. They can kick you off YouTube. Wow. Mark Thomas, it's fascinating. Always learning something new. Absolutely, my friend. And that's that's part of my mechanical challenges of why I don't mess and monkey around with an engine. I'm not a mechanic, and I'm the first one to ask for you guys that know what you're doing. That because there's no point of me making a mess of it. I mean, yeah, I can keep the bolts tight, but inside the engine, uh, no. Patrick, right now, heat is affecting my legs. The sun is shining on my legs, nothing else. Ah, the morning sunshine or afternoon sunshine sneaking behind the deck. There, Patrick, warming you up. Random Rant says, I have repaired things that no one else thought could be fixed. Awesome, my friend. Pure talent. There, Random Rants, pure talent. Patrick, I got shorts on. I'll have sunburned legs and regular arms. And face look really, or more goofy, should I say. Right on. Random Rants. Katie and I keep it playful in the bush. Just the occasional love break of the wrist. Kane is the one that is openly trying to kill me. Maybe Random Rants. Maybe maybe it's not Kane trying to kill you. It's maybe the crazy nut that connects the seat to the handlebars that's needs some adjustment. Maybe. uh, a Random Rant says, yes, you're correct about loaded and non-loaded, but there are multitude of weld defects. I knew there was something I liked about you, Patrick Rowe. Right on. 2-4 says, who are you calling grandpa? There's probably a couple of us there. 2-4. How you doing today, buddy? How's your uh how's your weather over there in the beautiful east coast of Nova Scotia today, my friend? Hopefully you got some beautiful sunshiny motorcycle grandpa riding motorcycle weather day afternoon. Random Rants, I'm making a game of getting banned, Patrick. Hey, I'm not gonna ban you there, Random Rants. I'm not saying I'm banning you, my friend. But if you occasionally get trapped within the parental controls, uh, I can't help you out there, my friend. We're keeping it kid friendly for all the young fellas that drop in here. So if one of your comments doesn't get posted, you got trapped in the parental controls, not banned. Patrick says it's easy. Just go on YouTube shorts and start cursing and swearing. They can morally report you. We will finally get kicked. Wow. Random Rat says try welding in shorts, bro. Ray burnt ball stack. Ouch. 2-4 says thunderstorms today. Oh man. Another wet, soggy motorcycle day there, 2-4. Oh well, it is what it is. It's always those kind of days are always good for your rain gear test, right? Did you? Oh, did you get on the Google button and look up the Gerbing's heated jacket there, 2-4? Anybody else talking about cold weather, damp, chilly riding days? Beer and smoke day. All right. Well, get your Google button out and look up that Gerbing's heated jacket. Anybody else that, if you didn't hear us in the chat, was that yesterday? Yesterday, the day before, talking about get the get electric plug-in jacket. Makes all the difference in the world of plug your jacket in and it gets rid of the chill out of the zip your leather jacket up over top of it and takes the chill out of the, and you don't need to pack your inside of your leather jacket full of hoodies. Random rants. I had to stop talking to one guy because he was welding up his car chassis using an extremely bad welding technique. He just refused to listen to me about how bad it was and how dangerous. Wow. 2-4 says, yes, I will check it out, Cactus. Oh, yeah, do it. How about you, Random Rants, down there in Australia? Do you got electric plug-in jacket that you can plug into your motorcycle to get rid of the burr, chilly, damp motorcycle riding days? Or do you never got cold enough weather that you need to worry about that? Random Rant says that car is now on the road around our family. Yeah, not cool. Doesn't make the safety inspections. Go fast. Are you still hanging in here, buddy? Or did you have to go to work? Or Mark, you guys, engine guys, what's you guys' opinion on head torque? I get because I'm not a mechanic and I don't know. What's your opinion of heads? Should the head bolts be retorqued? Cast iron jugs, aluminum heads. Should they be retorqued? I get whatever. I've read stuff before, and some guys say that you have to retorque. Some guys say no, you torque them cold when they're new once and done. I don't know. I always curious about that, and I always wonder about that. Does a guy ever touch them? Because when you build an engine, a big diesel engine in a truck, or you build a V8 in your Chevy pickup or whatever, you put the heads on, you torque them once, and you don't check the torque. What about on these? I'm always wondering about that. What do we, should you touch them or not? What's you guys' opinion? Eric says back in the chat. Welcome back, Eric, my friend. Yeah, we're still hanging out here telling motorcycle tales and stories and back in the chat, I have a 12-volt plug and USB on my KLR. Is there an adapter for those jackets, or do I have to wire in a different adapter? Um, the this is the hang on, I gotta set the phone down for a second here. I can't get the cap off of it. There we go. That's the original plug that was on the just the round plug. That's the original one that was on the gerbing jacket. But then whatever my gerbing jacket I've had for years, and the the wire finally broke off coming out of the plug on it, and I couldn't find one at the time, and so I got this one. I put this one on the bike. Well, this one here, this is also for the battery tender, and so I put this kind of plug, just soldered it on the jacket. So either one of them plugs. I think some of the brands of jacket have that style, the prong, and some of them have the round. So whatever, I got both on mine, and whatever. They're yeah, sure. It's it's more wires to have going to the battery, but whatever, to me, Eric, it's they're worth having. So what else we got here? Random rants. Nah, I haven't actually done big rides on the road in all weather. Just lots of camping trips with the dirt bike. All right, on out in some doing the backwoods stuff. Random rants. I don't think you heard me before. How far a ride is it from for you? How many kilometers from home right up to the northern tip north of you? How many kilometer ride is that? Eric says there. Yeah, not sure what you mean there, Derek. There. Random rants. You shouldn't have to retorque them. It's only when there is a problem and you're reassembling. Patrick says, I got my bike back from the shop one time and it wasn't running right. I thought the plugs were fouling. I went to check the plugs. One of the plugs was almost screwed all the way out. Oh, yeah, that's not cool. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it came from a custom Harley shop like that. Especially when that guy said he takes it for a test ride before he gives it back. Yeah. I hear you there, Patrick. I got a story to add to that too. Ralph I1V5N. Good morning, Ralph. Welcome in for some hanging out motorcycle conversation, hanging by some live by the 45 coffee conversation. Welcome in, my friend. Drop in the comments where you're from. I got a big world map behind me that I'll stick a pin in the map for you where you're from. And what kind of motorcycle you ride. Ralph, welcome in for some live by the 45 motorcycle morning coffee scrollers, whatever we want to call it. Patrick says the plug wasn't screwed all the way out, but you could use your fingers strength to screw it in. Patrick, had a my I don't know, Well, I'm sure you've seen that green and black Softail that I got. Brand new engine put in it. I go pick the bike up. Yep, we're done. I go pick the bike up, take it out for, of course, I'm out beetling around. Brand new engine, just a few first break-in miles. And geez, I don't know, I don't think I even got 10 miles. And I go to go to merge onto a little bit faster moving freeway. And I turn the throttle up. I give it a little bit more throttle. And I was like, what the heck? Turn the throttle and well, it's like the wind noise, so it's hard to determine what's what. Turn the throttle up a little more. Well, now, of course, the first time, what the heck is that? So then you're, whatever, kind of, now you're paying attention. And I lean down and I turn the throttle up, and it's like, oh my God, no. So I idle my way back to the shop that did the complete engine rebuild. They didn't torque the heads on. Put the bike together and didn't torque the heads. Oh my God. There we are. Got to pull the rocker boxes back because twin cam. Two of the head bolts are inside the rocker box. Had to pull the rocker boxes all off. They didn't put the damn thing together and they didn't torque the heads on it. Oh, I couldn't believe it. So frustrating. Random rants. My Yamaha YZ 490 started speaking one day. One head bolt had stripped and my head was whistling. Oh yeah, I've been there too. Random rants. It was on my 53 Panhead. I was riding from Colorado back to Saskatchewan. And I'm riding up the highway, and all of a sudden, this pss, 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 blew a head gasket. Yuck. That was a tow truck ride back. Find a shop, hang around, wait for a day or two till they get a new head gasket in. Yeah, fun stuff. Random Rent said the YZ started squeaking. Oh yeah. Ralph, a 80 shovel chopper, 50 over with suicide, no directional lights or dashboard speedometer. All right, my friend. That's awesome, Ralph. Uh, an 80 shovel head chopper. Cool. 50 over. Wow, that's quite the long front end on that, Ralph. Awesome, my friend. How long have you had that old girl? Cool. Cool, cool. I got a shovel head. It's not a chopper. It's an original frame. Mine's an 82 FXS. But yeah, cool. Old school, awesome chopper. Ralph, awesome stuff, my friend. Eric says, random, any thoughts or opinions on Yam Super 10? Figured you might be familiar, not for breaking brush, just touring with gentle off-road capability. There we go. Back into the off-roader boys. Awesome, Eric. Awesome, awesome. Patrick, I came to the conclusion that the motorcycle shop either gets overwhelmed with their work and get forgetful, or they were setting me up for sabotage. So I take the bike back for more work. I can't help it. That's just the way I look at things. Absolutely, my friend. Random rants, I was gonna say, come on, man. You've got Google Maps open in front of you. It's about 1,500 kilometers away. Oh, well, I didn't look at that. I didn't specifically I didn't specifically add in the miles. I figured that that'd be a nice leisurely afternoon scoot up there for you. But 1,500 kilometers, well, it might take you a day to get up there. Random rants. I yeah. And is there okay, random rants. Here, I'll show it on the map. But I didn't punch in there how many kilometers it was from Cairns to what's the name of the up at the top? Cape York. That's right at the northern tip. And then York Island. That's 1,500 kilometers. It looks like it'd be an awesome coastal ride though. Look at this windy, twisty, squiggly piece of road. That looks like a fun that looks like a fun ride. Is this all mountain country there, Random Rants? I don't know how to switch this thing to satellite view. Uh, Patrick Grove, perhaps it just screwed out. Highly unlikely if it was torqued in. Yeah, probably. Patrick, they turned it in with their fingers and didn't put a wrench on it. Random Rants, you mean the 1200. As long as you can pick it up, bro, it would be perfect on the road. But even light off road, you need to be prepared for falls. It's always when you're going slow on uneven ground. Oh, yeah. I'm look I'm zooming around on the map here for you, Random Rants. I'm sure that would be an awesome road trip up there though. I don't know how do I switch this thing to satellite view? Come on there, Random Rants, help me out. How do I switch this thing to Oh, there we go. We found it. Oh yeah. Awesome, awesome. It's like a fun road trip. Oh, I zoomed out too far. Random Rants, you're in the dark over there. Awesome. Where are we going here? Patrick, he says, for about a month every time I took the bike for a ride, I would check the plugs. I guess it doesn't hurt going over it for loose bolts and other things. Before you want to go, couldn't hurt. Absolutely, my friend. Random Rant says big adventure bikes are very top heavy. Yeah, That's one thing. These old Harleys, rigid frames, they're fairly low seat height. They're random rants. For us, for us little fellas, they're easy to handle. Low seat height, we can always reach the ground, and they're not quite so top heavy. Patrick Rose says, actually, you're supposed to. Yeah, for sure. Pre-trip, pre-trip. That's my safety lecture for today. Absolutely. Jeffrey Mills, 1831, 67, say. Right on. Jeffrey Mills, you riding a 67? 67 what? Random Rant says, my plan is to go from Cairns to the west coast of Queensland, then up a bit, then back to the east coast, see how I feel. If we're good, we'll turn north and head to the top or head south home. Right on. Be a awesome road trip, Random Rants. Ralph, he says, I got adjustable swing arm. Right on. What, you mean adjustable for suspension, Ralph? Is that what you mean by adjustable swing arm? Eric, yeah, I haven't dropped my KLR yet. I'm Jim jacked. But with a back like glass. LOL. Oh, right on. You're uh, you're strong and prepared for it there, Eric. What do you mean you're back like glass though? Patrick, 67 bottles of beer on the wall. Good old tune. Starts at 99. How many can we count? Patrick said I had a landlord that used to sing that song to me when he seen me drinking all the time. Mom is not happy. She worries about me. You would think she would know I'm not indestructible by now. Yeah. Oh, Random Rants, we worry about you too, my friend. But we think you're doing all right because you managed to hang in here for some motorcycle live coffee scrolling chat. Patrick, he wouldn't use that number exactly. Right on. Yeah. The the good old beer drinking song, Patrick. No, my lower back is in bad shape. Oh man. That's I'm sure that's no fun to deal with, Eric. The anybody that's never had back troubles has no idea of the aggravation of it. I know after when I got rear-ended on the old bike here, oh my God, well, because of my backrest, my sleeping bag, and then my pack on here, my entire torso took the impact, and oh, I was 3 months before I could sit up out of bed by myself. My sweetheart, she had to give me a hand to get up off the couch, to get up off a chair. My whole torso was black and blue from being hit on the highway by that stupid distracted driver. So I I somewhat can understand Eric about the back. My back is one of the reasons that I'm apprehensive about long distance riding. Oh yeah, I totally understand, my friend. I totally understand. But a big thing that I find about that's why as I've built my old bikes, the sissy bar and the backrest, to me the backrest is absolutely everything. And the backrest position for proper seating position, and then the handlebars. I've been saying it for years. I don't reach my handlebars reach me. So that way, to me, it makes for better seating posture, sitting upright. And yeah, Ralph says, and the tire clears the fender. Right on. What, when you said, Ralph, how did you got an adjustable swing arm? What kind of frame are you built in that you got an adjustable swing arm there, Ralph, on your old motorcycle? Yeah, Ralph, drop in the comments where you're from so I can stick a pin in the map for you there, my friend. Being I'm on the injured list and can't ride my motorcycle, that's how I got started doing these live streams here, just hanging out in the garage for some motorcycle time. Getting everybody, if you're interested, drop me a comment where you're from and just stick a pin in the map. Some fun motorcycle people from all over the world. So interesting on our YouTube here. I can hit a button on our YouTube and within 3 seconds be connected to motorcycle like-minded people all over the world. Pretty awesome. Telling motorcycle stories and tales and motorcycle traveling road trips and it's all good fun motorcycle stuff. All right. Northwest Washington. Cool. What area of Washington? Up Seattle area, or are you north of Seattle? I'll, I'll stick the pin in the map there, just north side of Seattle for you there, Ralph. And if that's close to home, or if you got to go north or west or east, or I can relocate the pin for you. Awesome, my friend. How's your riding season going up there? You getting out and getting some miles on the old bike yet, or you guys had a really wet, rainy season there, didn't you, Ralph? Random Rants, and he drowned saying his two boys that were in trouble. It gets to me, but I gotta live my life in his honor now. Ralph, he says Hood Canal. All right. I went and I went and grabbed my iPad here so that we can look up on the map here this morning for some fun stuff of Hood Canal River, Washington. Let's have a look see. Hood Canal. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Right over there. Heck yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. I've rode up. I don't. I don't know if I've been up that highway, but no, I don't think I've been over there, but I've rode up this highway. I can't remember for sure. I've been up one of them roads up to Port Angeles and then jumped on the ferry and awesome. I got a good buddy of mine lives over in Federal Way. There we go, Ralph. We'll move you over on the other side over there. It's not a real well detailed map here, but we stick you over closer to home anyways. uh Quilcene, Washington. Oh, that's a Quilcene. Oh yeah, okay, there you are. Cool. Just to the north along the Hood Canal. Beautiful. Beautiful little two-laners up in there. Random Rants says to Eric, adventure bikes are actually really comfy because you can move all around and stand up. Yeah, he's lots of see lots of them adventure bikes meet him on the highway, and them guys are standing up and wiggling, moving all over the place. Random Rants, you missed my story above the drowning one. Uh-oh. Okay, Random Rants, we're scrolling back. And he drowns, saving two boys. Mom is not happy. She worries about me. You would think she would know I'm indestructible by now. That one, Random Rants? Why, what, is that the story you meant? About your mom worries about you? I think, she's a wild man out there in the back country of Australia. She probably has good reason to worry about you there, buddy. Is that the story you meant there, Random Rants? Quilcene. Not down from that. That's what. Well, maybe you got caught in the parental controls there, Random Rants. That's the story about your mom worrying about you and you being indestructible. Then the next one is, and he drowned saving his two boys that were in trouble. It gets to me, but I've got to live my life in his honor now. Those are your stories there, Random Rants. Or your comments, I mean. No, down from that. Yeah, no, that's the last one. Ralph, do you get out on your motorcycle, pack up and do some cross country road trips on your old bike too? It was weird. Random Rant says it was weird. I can see it, but sometimes you can't. What did I actually get parental control? My work here is done. Oh, I, I'm not sure, my friend. Random rants. I'm not sure, my friend. And like I said, the parental controls are all about our ETC friend. That, well, we haven't seen him back, so if he if he is back or listening in, he's his wild rants are getting trapped. Unfortunately, I hate to do that because of the young, but because of the young fellas, I must. So, what else we got here this morning? What's the motorcycle riding plans for today, everybody? Eric, as mentioned, I've had posts that I could see, but Cactus couldn't. Normal posts. Yeah, I'm not sure, you guys. I try and read everybody's comments here, so I'm not sure what's happening, guys. Unless, like I said, YouTube is catching them. So, oh yeah, good morning, black coffee. Random rants. It was how I have a weird type of survivor's guilt because I do silly stuff and walk away. And my mate was the most sensible guy you would ever meet. What, 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 what do you mean by weird type of survivor's guilt there, random rants? What do you mean by that one? Yeah. Oh, excuse me. One of them sneezes that sneaks up on you. Is that because of the motorcycle mishaps that you've had there, broken ribs, and that one must have been a fairly tough one. Getting yourself home out there by yourself, and you had a little upset Humpty Dumpty there. Random rants. Probably just some sort of unknown keyword. No big deal. Yeah, it's a thing that happens to people that survive when no one else does. Some of that wild man backcountry bush riding you do there, random rants, you out there by yourself and doing the things that you probably shouldn't do, but you do anyways because you can. Headed for chow, Eric says. All right, my friend. What's for breakfast today? Are we doing steak and eggs day? I think I might just, my coffee mug's empty. I think I might just go do some bacon and eggs breakfast here. Going roast your sweetheart out of bed there, Eric, and go have some steak and eggs. All right, you guys. I think I'm going to sign out of it here for the day, and everybody go make an egg and have some late morning breakfast. Random rants. This accident happened 1 kilometer from home. I came to in the ambulance. I don't know. I don't know whether I could have got myself home. Holy man. A nasty experience waking up like that in an ambulance and not knowing what happened. Random rants. Dubsack, my friend. Dubsack 420. Y'all enjoy the day. All right, my friend. You too. Have an awesome day, you guys. And random rants. Keep it real on the back wheel. All right, my friend. You too. Okay, everybody. I'm gonna sign out for the day, and awesome. Ciao for now, everybody. Have an awesome day. And like Random Rant says, keep it real on the back wheel. I would have got home, but it would have been a struggle. Oh yeah, no kidding. Especially with 5 broken ribs and a whack on the coconut like you got, man. Glad you survived it though. So, all right, everybody, have an awesome day. And as Random Rant says, keep it real on the back wheel. Ciao, everybody. Oops, wrong button. Ciao. Have an awesome day.